Esako Club 81 is the foremost social-cultural club in Edo North, whose indigents are known as the Afenmai people. The 44-year-old club was founded to oversee, essentially, the welfare of the people of Edo North. Happily, this richly historical location has been witnessing a lot of interventions in this regard. As part of spreading its influence and support to the entire Edo North, the club hosted sons, daughters, associates, friends and well-wishers to a colorful event tagged the Afenmai Cultural Day with the theme Reviving Afenmai Culture, a Call to Action. Meanwhile, prior to the D-Day of the event, a lot of public sensitization and media engagement were rolled out, with publicity materials used to create the desired awareness for the Cultural Day in different languages. With the arrivals of dignitaries and other invited guests, we witnessed very warm interactions on the red carpet to kick off the colorful day. Then, Rastaman Ratata on the bandstand dished out a mixed grill of Afenmai and contemporary music to further enrich the ambience. It is significant to find answers to some queries like what may have informed the choice of the theme for the day, how has the club been preparing for the event, and even why the choice of this theme?
Well, this day is very significant, very important. As you know, Esako Club 81 was formed over 40 years ago in 1981, and the primary objective is to champion cultural revival, champion social and economic development of Esako land. Today we want to celebrate that culture, we want to ensure that we take steps to enhance that culture. So this theme is a call to action on the Afenmai cultural revival.
It's high time we galvanize and put ourselves together, and the truth of the matter is we have come a long way. You know, the forefathers of this club had a purpose to bring in all of us together. Now, when I mean all of us, we're bringing Afenmai people together, and especially Esako people together. And they had developmental agenda, and they wanted to get together, and they wanted to also empower each other. You know, empowerment and unity.
It's a good day for us. We are going back home. We are going back to Afenmai where we belong, where we have to exhibit our culture and our tradition that is abundant in Afenmai land.
We are prepared, and I think you can see we are prepared. We're expecting our guests. I'm very proud of the people. Mr. President has done very well. All the ESCO members and every club member has put in their efforts to make sure that this event is a wonderful event. As you can see from all our sponsors, you can join me to say that the club is moving well.
We are doing this one in Lagos, and then we'll continue to move it from year to year. We'll move it to Afenmai. Probably the next episode will be at home.
To showcase what we are made of in Esako land, Afenmai land. The whole of Esako is in Afenmai land. So we want to showcase what the Afenmai have to show the world.
Afenmai is more of all the comparison, not Esako as it were. Afenmai, we are bringing up all the own ones, the Akoko Edo, everybody together under one umbrella to the progress of Esako. You know, far back when we were thinking of, creating an Afenmai state, then in 1996, Afenmai was put forward. They did not say Isam, it's also Afenmai Isam, but Afenmai was put forward because of unity. So Afenmai is in the global map, and we have to maintain that name. That's why we are here.
With members elegantly attired in line with the cultural swag of the day, they were further garlanded with the customized sash of Esako Club 81 as they settled down to await the arrival of the special guest at the prestigious Admiralty Conference Hall, the Naval Dockyard Amadou Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos.
So we hope that we will enjoy today. Those people that are coming as guests, we are hoping that they will be here and have a good time and enjoy the culture that we are going to, the cultural presentation that we are going to present today.
Words cannot explain what it means to be in this great club. My father was, and he's still a member, one of the pioneer members, and I'm happy to be here. I'm here to contribute my own quota to my own people. So it's exciting for a club that has been 40 years. That's wonderful and still going strong. Yeah, so I believe it's a good place to be.
It will be a good turnout. We expect to have good lectures and in terms of having to discuss our culture, the Esako Afenmai culture, and what steps to take to ensure that that culture does not die. For example, we talk about dialect. What do we do to ensure that we enhance the use of our dialect in our homes, in schools, and so on and so forth? What about even in terms of our dressing, our dancing, our music, our food? So today we expect that how to ensure that those are propagated, is well established, and the gospel, as it were, is taken away from here all over the world to all our people across the globe.
The arrival of the chairman and special guest of honor signaled the formal commencement of the event with the rendition of the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own generative land, holds us and on ready for in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria, for our proud to set us afraid of the land.
The opening prayer was done the traditional way with past President Chief Pius Akpaibo leading the congregation, accompanied with the breaking of kola nuts.
We always say that Ewo, Osuma. So no matter gonna read. Afenmai Derigba. Ma pemile ogena. Nora ma kuko ele. Onde wo ni Ravana. Rag give my blessing yo. Nare mi onolo newo. Oliosa. Oluleye. Emi Jesus Christ onomolama.
With the opening statement of both the Chairman Planning Committee, Alhaji Tafa Zibiru Aliyu, and that of the President, Chief Gregory Otsu, these set the right tones for the event as they briefly lent their voices to the choice of the theme for the celebration.
This is Afenmai Cultural Day. We have invited you here to be partners in progress and to also, we want to showcase what we stand for. That Afenmai, Esako, we are a block to be recognized and seen in this country. I want to welcome you all. Thank you for coming. Please enjoy yourself and stay calm because we have enough for you to drink and to eat. May God bless you as we progress with this occasion.
Afenmai people are a great people. I want us to look inward. My brother here, Esheshi, that came with the minister. Esheshi, please stand up for recognition, please. Please clap for it. I disturb him in the morning, I disturb him in the night, I disturb him in the afternoon. So basically, all I'm interested in is the development of our Afenmai land. We are all here to have fun. Just be proud that you are an Esako man. Be proud that you are an Afenmai man. Be proud that you came for this organization. Just be proud that we are celebrating ourselves today.
Formally welcoming guests and showcasing the growth trajectory of the club, the Chairman, Board of Trustees, Chief Samuel Afemike, delivered his welcome address.
You can see the richness of the Afenmai culture and the need for its preservation and sustenance. This is why Esako Club 81 is staging the Afenmai Cultural Day to help revive our beautiful culture as education, migration, and dilution from other cultures are slowly but collectively eroding her historical, robust culture. Now, for example, this call to action is emphasizing the need to strengthen our dialect, to ensure that we teach our children the dialect at home so that the dialect can, grow rather than begin to shrink. And in fact, we were discussing with the presidency the president with the need to have an advocacy so that the language can be built into, language and civics can be built into the curriculum in Edo State so that it will serve to preserve both our culture and our values. Esako Club 81 over the years held Esako Day, various Esako Day, but this time we are extending it to Afenmai, which is a donor, to ensure that there is a wider possibility of propagating what we have to do. The club, having endured for over 4 decades, considered it expedient to have a house we can call our own. Most particularly single out the past president, Otaru of Auchi, for this great honor in donating this place to us. Our teaming youth will benefit as it will also serve as skill acquisition center for acquiring different entrepreneurial skills. You could decide to help us endow a portion of the building so that your name will be engraved on that portion.
In his roadmap to showcasing the richness of the Afenmai Kum Etsako culture, the chairman of the occasion, a professor and multiple chieftaincy holder pan-Nigeria, senior advocate Professor Mike Ozekome, made his remarks and lecture. He went down memory lane on the origin of some of the clans and tribes in Afenmai while advocating the need to propagate the full adoption and use of the local language on the home front and even the development of a fully unified Afenmai language.
How do we have one language across a region that has up to 27 dialects? So I look at it that we have to first ask ourselves, where are we coming from? And how did we find ourselves here? Now, by way of historical background, virtually all the Afenmai people migrated from Benin in the 14th and 15th century during the reign of Oba Ewai the Great and the time of Oba Ozolwa. We call it the Great Exodus. The people were migrating for different reasons, but it was mostly said that then Oba had imposed very harsh conditions for all inhabitants who were not particularly from Benin. For example, they were not allowed to pound yam. And you know how people like pounded yam. And everyone who killed Eamolo, a wild animal, was forced to carry his skin to the Oba of Benin. So the people felt marginalized. They started the Great Exodus. So migrated to Onitsha. The Onitsha people are actually from Benin, including the Urobos, including the people of Ogbaland and Ekpeye, a Hoda area in Rivers State. They all migrated from Benin, including the entire Etsas. And then as we went on, our people got to Ayele. Ayele. Some people call it Ukbayele, that is small quarter. Others say no, it meant Maayele. We have arrived. And they were said to have been led by General Adaubi. And if you go to places like Iyukwa in Wano Kingdom today, you will find the shrine of Adaubi. These circles are found in 3 local government areas: West, East, and Central. They are bordered on each side by East and Central local government area, in the north by Okene local government area of Kogi State, and in the west by Owan local government area, and of course in the east by the River Niger. The River Niger divides us from Kogi State. And during the time of migration, it was said that the people who go to Agenebode said, Agenebode, Ana, we are no longer going to pass ourselves here. We are no longer going to cross here. Haven't reached the River Niger. Where will we go to? Agenebode. We come to the main issue which troubles all of us, the linguistic diversity of our people. I joke with my friend and brother here, Engineer Momo. Onaibie, ogboka no gbo, ogbo pusheke, oya kanoya, oya gbo oya piuto. Mage tono yige go eye, ogboka no gbo, ogboge gbo pusheke, ogboka no gbo, odi moto no gbo, ogyo wa no gbo, onwiso mi no gbo, odwik pago no gbo. So in Esako language, we have 15 dialects. 15. Wepa Wano, Wepa and Wano. Awuchi, Ekperi, South Ibie, Ayangu, Uzaire, Agbede, Iriaru, Warake, Iheye, Jagbe, Uneme and Ekbete, and South Uneme. These are 15 dialects all spoken as Esako languages.
In a bid to buttress the succession plan of Esako Club 81, the new crop of members filed out to greet the teaming guests as they were formerly.
Mobile people. In fact, they formed the larger crop of people that formed the planning committee. The likes of Mr. Alfred Akokia that donated these banners for us. Please show. Hassan Mamadou, Ilegionu, Mohamed Garuba, Greg Afenmai, where are you? Let us tell Prof that it's not the only Eramans that are here. So there is room for succession plan. Please, can you come up here? Come up here, please. All the younger generations, please come up. Hassan, Haliru, where are you? Ilegionu, Bruno, Ibrahim Sule. Yes. Where are you? Bruno, yeah, come. Achète-moi. Yeah, Afenmai, yes. There is a younger Afenmai here. Oh. Yes, there, see? Can you see them? They are not the only oldies. Can you see them? So these are the powers that be in Esako Club.
Taking the center stage with what can be considered a brief citation of the guests of honor by the chairman, BOT Chief Samuel Afenmai, warmly invited Engineer Abubakar Momo, the Honorable Minister of Regional Development, to address how the Afenmai culture should be revived. Happily, the Honorable Minister stood up to profile some of the impactful projects already being executed or captured on the infrastructural dashboard of the federal government, while presenting his scorecard of the various interventions in some of the regions in Afenmai land. He further pledged to collaborate and cooperate with the state government as well as all relevant agencies of government that have direct relationship with his ministry, while using the opportunity to also solicit support for the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, who he sees as a leader who is focused on delivering the best of governance for the country.
We have children growing up. What do we normally see in the night? You see them tuning to magic, African magic, all sorts of things. But when we were young in those days, in the night, we gather ourselves in group. They'll be telling us stories. Like what Chief Makozekome said, gathering his children, talking to them, telling them the stories and so on. And all those things that are cultural and native of our people, they help to build the children. But most of the things we see today on the televisions and the rest of them, they are not things that should be encouraged. I think as parents, we have the responsibilities and the duties to make sure we micromanage the way and manner we bring up our children, so that at the end of the day, they will do what is necessary and what is right. Having said that, let me say that what many people will want to hear from me is that you and I in government, what and what have you been able to do, or what do you intend to do? First, I did not want to say anything before because my own ministry is a very sensitive ministry. Moving from Niger Delta to regional development, which of course today, every average Nigerian believes that he has something to take from the ministry. As a minister of Niger Delta, we are looking at 9 states. Although as a ministry, the resources are not there, we could say that we will find the resources in the agencies which we supervise. And whatever the situation, whether from the ministry or from the agency, like what my cousin said, both the leg and the heart are in the stomach of a snake. So I think for us, we have been able to put our hands in so many things. And I want to say, and announce publicly here today, that as far as I'm concerned, I have taken a study of the entire Afenmai land, and I know what is missing. There are quite a number of communities today in Afenmai land that cannot access themselves. For instance, the people of Ate cannot even access their neighbors, either in Esako or in Akoko Edo. The people of Imiekuli, they find it difficult to link up with the people of Okugbe and the other parts of Okwela. For instance, if you want to travel from Okwela to Egenebode, which is the headquarters of the local government, you have to pass through Auchi, come to Fuga, and then get to Egenebode, which is like going from Auchi to Benin. So for me, I said some of our leaders in the past, like Admiral Higbe, made an attempt. What stopped us this time around? If we say, let us make an attempt to see if we can through the road from Okwela to Egenebode through North Ibi. Then you talk of the people of Osumegbe and Udochi. Do they have roads? They cannot access themselves. And these are communities that are very, very vital when we are talking in terms of population and in terms of the people that are in that area. So for me, when I take a look at all this community, and God has placed me in a position where, of course, I can say, let me start something. By the grace of God, in a very short time, most of these communities that their names have been mentioned, we will begin to see bulldozers and the rest of them working in those areas. Like I've said, because of the sensitive nature of the ministry I find myself, that is why I hardly make public pronouncement on some issues. But since Professor Michael Zekome has hit on some issues, that is the more reason I feel I have to elucidate more on some of these issues. For instance, if you are moving from Benin to Auchi, in most cases, you discover that on getting to Ayuele, you may spend quite a number of time there because that road is always blocked. What stops us if we have a road through Ayuele to Ubiane and comes out of Iyerehu? And by the grace of God, that will help to solve the problem of the blockade in the Auchi Polytechnic. Well, there are quite a number of projects, of course, we have lined up. And by the special grace of God, we will do our best. A journey of 20 miles starts from 0 kilometers. And by the grace of God, we do our best to see that our people in Esako, not only Esako, in the entire Onwa and Edo State, get the benefit of the ministry. We are also touching on other communities. Of course, we are going to face Binia Braka Road, which is a major road, and the Otuo, Iki Road, of course, is also on the pipeline. Afuze to Era. Era, of course, you know, is one of the remotest community in Onwa. We are going to touch on all these areas. And we just pray that God keep us there and also see to the commissioning of some of these projects. But what I want to say now that our people are so of power. We have a state government here, and we have the president of the entire nation who is from Lagos State. So let me therefore urge our people here to give support to the state government of Lagos State and also by extension to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria who is from Lagos State. And what that means is that I expect that in subsequent elections here, I want our people to form a bloc that any election that is coming, let us know that it is that same man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu that made your son the minister in charge of regional development. And through him, we'll be able to achieve success for our people.
There was a brief tribute of the performance of Alhaji Tafa Zibiri Aliyu on his tenure as the chairman of Ikoyi Club.
Thank you, Tafa Zibiri. This is a young man from Afenmai land, from Isako, who came to Lagos here. You all know that Ikoyi Club founded, I think, since 1949. Abi? 1938. 1938. Even our great-grandfathers, that was when Ikoyi Club was founded. And it was the pride of the white men in this country. Then after that, the Yorubas that were the most educated through Obafemi Awolowo's free education at all levels, which introduced in 1959, they took over. But for someone to have come from a minority within a minority to come to Lagos and become the chairman of Ikoyi Club, thanks be to God. Give him a round of applause. I was aware of the intrigues. I'm aware of how people like Chief Greg Osu, Eme Bukbopia, they all went out. Fisticuffs, money, lobbying, campaigning to make sure that you came to that position. And you have not disappointed us because you have shown the Afenmai spirit. We are known for standing by principles, for not betraying those who trust us, and for standing firm with the truth. You have exhibited it. Thank you, Tafa Zibiri. We are happy.
Meanwhile, the Cultural Day was a rich event laced with first-class entertainment which featured Pirori Group and the Ratata Band. The invigorating moment was used to raise funds for the flagship project of Esako Club 81, that is, the completion of the Afenmai Cultural Center. This was coordinated by the chairman with his maverick persuasive prowess.
Tafa, who is the present president of Ikoyi Club 38, and is also the chairman of the campaign group for the incoming president, M.I. Okoro, who has just given us 2 million naira in addition to the earlier 500,000. Can you give him a round of applause? Alhaji Aminu Sule from Auchi Kingdom, specifically from Akpekpe. Very proudly, I want to tell you, I am the Adenomo of Auchi Kingdom since December 23, 1993, through the former Otaro of Auchi Kingdom. This young man here is a member of this great kingdom, and he has given us, listen to it, not 100,000, not 300, not 500,000, not 800,000, not 1 million naira, not 1.2, not 1.5, not 1.8, but the sum of 2 million naira.
In showing gratefulness for their attendance and the manner in which the club has been so handsomely honored, appreciation plaques were presented to the guest of honor, Engineer Abubakar Momo, the chairman of the event, Professor Mike Ozekume's son, and other eminent guests in attendance. The presentations were duly responded to by the honorees.
In recognition of invaluable contribution to Afenmai land on the occasion of Afenmai Cultural Day celebration, we thank you so much and show you our appreciation for coming and all you have done. Thank you very much.
I start on existing protocols. It is my honor and pleasure to discharge this responsibility of presenting this award of excellence to our own dear brother, Professor Royal High Chief Mike Agbedo Abu Ozekume, SAN, CON, OFR, the Akpakpa Vigigvi of Edo Land, the Enobakare of Benin Kingdom. Congratulations, sir.
On behalf of Isako Globituan, on this occasion of our cultural Renaissance Day, here in my honor and honor of the club, I present this to you. May God accept this plaque, and may we continue to see you, your closeness to the club for us. God bless you.
In line with the theme of the celebration, there was a formal presentation of some local food items from Afenmai land, as the region is endowed with abundant crops for food sufficiency and export.
Wow! This is our food items, yo. Sharp. This is, I'm sure we have been eating pounded yam today. We have variety of yams from Afenmai land. So we are talking of reviving our cultural heritage, and this is our food items from Afenmai land. You know, our yam comes in various categories. There is asuhulu. I'm sure you know that yellow yam that you can eat with a bottom part of the local oil. Very sweet. And then, of course, you know, pounded yam is one of our staples. So, variety of yam. And then when you talk of cassava, we are mainly farmers. Cassava comes in different varieties, and you get fufu, different types of gari. You know the type of yellow gari for yellow eba that you can use with any soup from our place. And then this is the cassava that can be produced into any of the gari, either yellow, and you know that yellow gari is good for our eyes because it contains vitamin C. You know, Isako is known for fruits production, particularly oranges. You have mango here. A lot of people rely on our mangoes from our place. So, OTN, wow. Agbalumo, that you know it here. And then we talk of the ogbono, olili. Wow, you get it from the ogbono soup. Pianist ema, hey, not be small. Garden egg, okra. You can eat this one even like this. Roast it, boil it, and gari is good to go. Our local beans. We are very rich in food culture. Hey, asi, different types of asi, pepper. Pepper, kona. Hey. Uge. Different types. Yes. Iyokpa. Wow. Melon. Egusi. I will take my time to talk about our rice. Our agbede rice. Warake rice. Iskafa. Ula ukanyona. You can even eat it without stew. Isikafa. Different types. Okay now. So you can eat it without anything. Even before local rice came into existence, we had always promoted our local rice. They come in different variety. Our black soup, Ebasho, alumako, saint leaf, alumako, bitter leaf, black soup. You can use it to different leaves. And then of course, ikpenu papazi, the leaf of papazi, the leaf of it, you can use it to cook. Wow. Culture ni sema. Egba. Yeah. Our oil. Before the oil started being produced in mechanical form, the local way they produce the oil is very sweet. And you know that our palm trees, you can get a lot of things from it. You know. Our cash crops, the cocoa, the rubber, they all abound in our place. So we are very, very rich in food culture, both cash and food. So it is something that for all those in position of authority, Afenmai and Esako should be something that for export and for food sufficiency. Coconut. You know this coconut? Uvia And you know, I've done a documentary on this before. There is nothing wasted here. You know, Adi Agbon, the oil. The oil is very important. You use it for cosmetics. Sweet potato. Sure. For those, they say it's very potent now for even cancer patients. Wow. Hey, Masho.
What is the name? That's no name. That's no name.
So, that's our rich cultural heritage, our rich foods from Afenmai land. You need to visit. Okanisema. Oka. You can use it. You can eat it raw. Roast it. You can boil it. You can shred it.
You can use it to cook upoka.
Yes, upoka. You can combine it with beans. You know. And then okageka. Ugbore. Ogiri. Mayamo. So we really have a lot of cultural. Which one you talk? Ofo. That's a melon now. Broken into this. So, Ukiabo is very rich in vitamin.
That one, back up. See that one?
Yeah, I've said it. So, Iloleo.
Further, buttressing the synergy of the Etsako and Afenmai and a past president of Etsako Club, Prince Asama Kadiri, further made a brief presentation to complement the chairman's earlier historical journey.
Udo today is in Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State. I had cause to visit that village last year, and I met with the Onudo of Udo, and I told him about the history of the Afenmai people. We are unique. And who are the Afenmais? The Afenmais are made up of the Esakos, the Akoko Edos, and the Owans. In recognition of the uniqueness of the Afenmai, at the very beginning of colonial administration in Nigeria, the then provincial administrator recognized us, and from 1919, we were declared as the Kukuruku Division. Headquarters initially in Fuga, later moved to Agbede, and finally settled in Aochi in 1920. And that was the beginning of central administration of the Afenmai people under the Kukuruku Division, with governance structure set up in 1920. And we remained as such until the name was changed sometime around 1940 to Afenmai Division. So the Kukuruku Division of 1920, that later became Afenmai Division of 1940, today is made up of 6 local government areas. Namely, Akoko Edo local government area, Esako Central local government area, Esako East local government area, Esako West local government area, Onwa East local government area, and Onwa West local government area, which otherwise is called the Edo North Senatorial District. That's a brief history. Now I'm going to touch on what are our salient features. My big brother, the Akpavi Ivigi of Edo Land, has talked about the historical evolution, the cultural affinity. Please lend me your ears. The political structure, the traditional institutions. My addition is this: the lovely terrain called Afenmai land, cutting through the hills and the mountains of Ososo, Somorika. Please, has any of us visited Ososo? Ososo has the most beautiful landscape in Nigeria. The Ososo Mountains, Somorika, Okpe, the hills and the rocks of Igara, Ikpeshi. And of course, you all know what come out of those rocks. Imoga, the grasslands and the rainforests of Sobe, Sabogida Ora, Otuo, Afuze, that's the Emais, the Warakes, the Hevies, the Iviarus, and of course, Aochi, Agbede, very rich fertile lands. Jagbe, the Angwai, Uzaire, South Ibie, comprising Iyakpi, Ibienafe, Iyereku, Ugyeka, Ugyeda, the Aviamus, that is Fuga and Environ. And to the riverine communities of Anegbete, Udochi, the arable lands of Ekperi, Uwepa, Uwano, and of course the highlands of Imiagbai, Okpekwe, Imiakebu, and the mountains of Okpela. This is the landscape of Afenmai land. Very rich in agriculture. You saw us displaying our food items. The agricultural wealth of Afenmai land can feed the entire nation if tapped into. That calls for investments. Rich in solid minerals. The rocks of Iyuku, Ikpeshi, Okpela, where you, of course, you have two major cement factories in Okpela, Dangote and Boa, and a couple of others. The limestones being extracted from Ikpeshi and other parts of Afenmai land. Then, of course, the fishing industry, the River Niger, which is the boundary between Afenmai and Benue State and Kogi State. All this tells you the wealth of Afenmai. Why am I saying all this? One, Afenmai, the mountains of Ososo are a destination for tourism. We have the Ososo Plateau. The River Niger, when dredged, is a center for shipping, inland waterways. The solid minerals cutting across other parts are yearning for investments. This is what Afenmai has to show. In addition, and above all, what is unique about Afenmai people? The human capital. The human capital.
If you had been thinking that the chairman of the D-Day is only excellent as a son in the courtroom or a leading voice to good governance, check out his dance steps as he took to the floor with the Pierrot dance troupe, which saw a lot more people taking after him on the dance floor. Rounding off the colorful event, Ibrahim Sule combined the vote of thanks with the closing prayers.
Pray, and we hold that in high regards, and we pray that the good Lord will take you back to your destinations. And everybody that came from far and wide, Allah will take you back to your destination. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much.
It was indeed a day well spent, celebrating and adorning the richness of the Afenmai cultural heritages, and the day was superbly wrapped up with charming media interactions with some of the guests.
We move around. We do it at home. This year we're doing it in Lagos. Next year it may be at home, it may be in Benin, it may be in Abuja. It depends, because we are all over the country. We even have branches outside Nigeria, the UK and the US. If they want to celebrate Isako Day in the UK, for instance, they don't have to start coming to Nigeria. They have to get all the Afenmai people in that community, in that locality, together to celebrate their culture. Our people who are outside home shouldn't forget what happens at home. Our children who are here, who don't have the opportunity to go home every time, should know about their culture.
By the time activities like this also move back home, it will help to inculcate the values which they want to imbibe in our people. For instance, we are talking of cultural revival. At least the traditional rulers in this land should also be involved in the process.
It's so good to be identified with your roots, your people. Coming here today, hearing the music, it reminded me of those days, because I used to actually like this music, So, yeah. And looking at everybody, but one thing I said, maybe it's a feedback. All the people that have been talking, we are not supposed to be speaking English, to be talking to us. So if we say we are having an ISACO meeting, we should speak the language.
With the tempo, as Professor Zekome said, let's look for a way to engage the junior ones, recruit them into the club so that our culture will not die. Because our founding fathers are gradually getting older.
Let's circle yellow.